Well, it's a business when a major change happens, the dust has to settle pretty quickly. But tell me about just, working through a major change and having a new interim coach and getting ready for an opponent in a short week.
Yeah, it's definitely tough on a short week, but it's also great on a short week because we know exactly who we're going in against. We know how to beat them. We know what we need to do as a team. Obviously, with what happened, you don't ever want to see that happen to a coach, and
Mm-hmm.
we loved and enjoyed the time and having it here, but we knew, like, at a certain point the business, something has to change. We all know that as players, and it had to happen. Now Jarius and G-Roy come in. They assured us that they came in. We're not skipping a beat, and I think the biggest thing is us as a room. We know we're not skipping a beat, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're tightened. We're closer than ever, and we know we need to get some wins.
And being part of the leadership core, what's the message to the young players?
To the young guys, it's we can't skip a beat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. As soon as we take this and let it get into our heads and let it change our game, it's never going to help us. So
Yeah.
so if anything, we're coming in. We're trying to work that 1% harder every single day, and we will squeeze out some wins. We know it's coming.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything, and it's hard to, short week, only
Yeah.
2 practice days, fly on a Thursday, games Friday. But is there any sort of subtle differences that you're noticing already that Jarius is trying to implement or G-Roy's trying to implement?
Obviously, yeah, short week, right? There's a lot that you don't want to change too quickly, but yeah, there's a few subtle things like, you know, as a whole, we're really focused on small details. Like physically, we know we're there. We need to be
Mm.
healthy to come back and play. So details are our main focus for
Yeah,
this week to come out and fix what we needed fixed from last game.
yeah. G-Roy said during the news conference, we just have to play smarter.
100%.
That's what we got to do.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. Like, it's always comes down to the 4 or 5 plays that either we make or we don't make, and a lot of it's between the ears, and a lot of those penalties are between the ears, right? So we know as a team we got to clean that up, and I think you're going to see a big difference moving forward with this team.
I'll ask you a question about offense and special teams. We'll stay with the offense because you're part of that group. Um, what needs to change to make the offense run better? And by saying that, I think the offense is running pretty smoothly.
Oh yeah, man. Like you said, it's only small details,
Mm-hmm.
right? Small details here and there. I can only really want to talk about my part and my job,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if me as a player, I get better at my part in the offense,
Mm-hmm.
and I get that 1% better at my job, and know it 100% better, everything's going to be better,
Yeah.
right? As long as we do that across the board, we make no mistakes.
When it comes to special teams, the one area, and this probably has hurt Javon Leake's average
Yeah.
on punt, you have the worst drive start position in the CFL. Is it just comes down to penalties, or what is it?
100%. Like, I mean, that's a huge factor, right? Penalties are always multiplied in a greater range, because not only do you delete the return, right, but then you go back from where the penalty was
Mm-hmm.
happened. So that's definitely hurt us big time. I think we know as a team, if we take away all those penalties, we're sitting pretty good, actually.
Yeah. Is it important, forget your record? McLeod talks about let's be process oriented. Let's work on our process to get better, to get a win. Is that what it is right now? Like, who cares about your record? Who cares about standing? You got to get that one win.
I mean, I think for us as a team, yes, the one win is important, but we're learning how to win,
Mm.
right? And that's where that process comes in, because as soon as we clean up the process that teaches us how to win, the wins will all come,
Mm-hmm.
right? We don't want to get that one dub and then everything changes,
Right.
We want to create a process that gets us multiple wins and hopefully ends us at a Grey Cup.
Get that one dub, so you get the second dub.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right? But it's the process over everything.
Yeah. Good. Thanks, Tanner.
Of course.